That you are watching this video either means you're a fan of the Tandes YouTube channel or you are interested in how to set up a proper LED solution for an 800-gallon 10-feet tank for such a massive ship in your living room. It is complicating and there are several ways to find a good way. In this video we are going to show you our way. We are using the AP9X and we are doing this with one of our customers, with Matthias or Matthias, depending on where you are. We are going to show you his tank and his solution. If you haven't seen it yet, we just made a video about him. Just click in the link down in the description. And now let's get started. Let's light up this tank. Typically for these videos there are two parts. We are the part with the light and the owner is typically building his own construction to completely fits to their room. So here Matthias has created this nice frame here. Actually he explained us that this distance here is 250 millimeters. So it's metric, haha. So if you want to rebuild this construction, this is from center point to center point 250 millimeters and then this brilliantly fits here. We now set up all these 5 fixtures here and then we later find out whether it was necessary or it's too much. Also here with this rail system we can play around a little with the quantum meter. Of course we play around with the quantum meter to show whether it's enough, where we have issues, whether it's a good idea to follow this procedure. Also what is very cool on this construction, the AP9X is made with 120 millimeters around. So this is actually exactly the size of the tank. So we have the light sources really in the middle of the tank and there is not too much light shining on the glass here, so you have less issues with algae growth. One thing you should take care about is the cable length. So this here is around 3-meter cable length from the plug to the light fixture. Now imagine the tank is 10 feet, so it is about 3 meters. Obviously this is not long enough to fit. So if you are planning such a construction, make sure that you can enlarge the cable here. What we did here in the factory, we just took these plugs here, so it's completely the same system. So now we have another 3 meters. So this will definitely be enough. If you are an electrician by your own, you can simply cut the cable. Imagine it's only 2 wires and then you have to do something because obviously the cable might not be long enough. So be careful in your planning. Now all the AP9X are mounted on this rail here and they're all installed now. Look at the beauty, all in black, all the parts are in black. We can still move these around here. The cables are not yet properly fixed to it, but you can already see that it will look nice. I love the sleek, slim design of the AP9X here on this fixture. And here a very special detail, we don't go around the tank, but through the water, through this pipe here, down where all the power supplies are mounted on the wall. We have set up the lights to 100% output power and to maximum blue color, okay? And here on these tips we have an intensity of 260 to 70. We are 44 centimeters below the water surface and about 65 centimeters below the light. So this is not a super high-end value. On other tips like here, we are reaching 400. Imagine the tank is 120 millimeters deep from this direction. So it's basically a huge surface. My own tank doesn't even have this length. So here we get on the bottom, here on the side, we still have 140. We have to go here so we have no shadow. So we still have a good value of 140 and we are 75 centimeters below the surface. So we get a good intensity in a large surface. We don't have these high intensity spots except here where the structure is higher. Here we reach the 400. But again, over there, still 150 and still here on the bottom we get 200. What we get is a good intensity for most of the corals in a large surface. Imagine this tank is huge. It has very large dimensions, so even these 5 AP9X make sure that on every spot we have enough light to grow coral. We have spots where we have very high intensity, where we can have very demanding corals. This we can say on almost every spot of this tank you can grow basic corals, and on the tips of these structures you can grow high-end corals, because we reaching 250 to 400 on these tips here. So for this huge size, it's a very good result. I would say 4 wouldn't be sufficient actually for a reef tank. With 6 we would even have higher values, but 5 are good. Imagine this tank hasn't even started its career. It's really at the very beginning. With these values here, imagine a coral would start here with 300. 300 is an intensity where you can really grow corals, and imagine it's growing, and then we still have 500 here, about 20 centimeters below the surface. I'm very happy with the results. So I am very much looking forward to seeing this tank here in 1 year in its whole beauty. I'm almost sure that this tank is going to be one of the most beautiful tanks in Germany.
Yes, of course.
You are invited. Follow this channel and don't miss the video when you see the results here. And now we are going to show you all the details here of this beautiful structure. See you in the next video.